But I'm saying all of this to you, one, because I'm blogging. What's up? Look, we were watching Norbit the other night, and I feel like, how you doing? I really don't care for that movie, but my husband thinks it's so funny, and there's just some parts that always get me. Good Sunday afternoon. I was about to say morning, but it's after 12. And today I'm actually starting my vlogging a little bit early because we have a live today. So let me just show you what I have going on. Okay, let me, here. It's kind of a little difficult. Okay, there we go. So I'm trying something different. I have the ability to look overhead down at my iPad. I have my chair for me to sit at. I do have some Bibles over there that I'm going to share, a little notebook, and the only other thing I need to grab will be like a little general notebook. So that's what I got going on. Hopefully you guys didn't. Sorry, spin around like crazy. So yeah, that's what I have going on today. But I decided to turn on the camera early because I'm also looking for something. One of the things that I have been really thinking about is getting more organized and having the different areas of my life just kind of merged in one way, but at the same time very defined, so it'll be easy for me to move between projects. And so that's what I was working on a little bit. I have like maybe 15 minutes to work on this, but one of the things that I'm starting to, I guess, test is like, you know, sometimes you're using different tools to help you, but you run into different hiccups. One of the hiccups is maybe that you have to learn new technology, and I'm starting to see that it may be that you kind of duct tape or whatever, or super glue this process together, and it becomes like, oh, right. That was, you know, my explanation of what's happening. So that's kind of what I've been working on, of having this seamless process of moving between either me using my tech and using paper, or going all tech, which I tried at the beginning of this year. In the second half of this year, I have to figure out a hybrid. Even though I use my planning and my iPad and it's with me the majority of the time, I miss, even though I write, I miss kind of sitting down away from all tech and just kind of getting it all out of my head. And so that's one of the things that I'm kind of just needing to kick around. With that said, today, or right now, what I'm doing, one of the tools that I use when I write and I organize my books, I'm starting to wonder if that's what I need to use to organize my content for my blogs. As I mentioned before, I think I did. I mentioned before, I manage right now several blogs across my brands. So I have my author blogs, which are very infrequent, so I don't have to do a whole lot of planning. But in August, I want to kind of up my game, and that's what has me thinking about this. So I have that, and then I have Black Love Books, which I manage weekly because there's all types of promos and things that are going on. And then I have the new blog that I've started with Danger Tales, and that's my editing services. And so, or basically my publishing services. And so those different places. So I want to get better about mining my ideas the way that I do. And then also the different stages of the process of where each of those ideas are. So that's where I am. It's a lot to say. Your girl is working it out. She's working it out. So one of the tools that I use for my books, it is not meant for blogging. I don't think. I've heard of people using it for blogging, but my thinking is like I already have the tool. That's the other part. It's like to try it, you have to subscribe to it, and I'm tired of subscribing to all this stuff. But I don't mind paying for something if it helps me be more efficient. And so that's kind of been like hiccup. So with that said, yeah, I just hit on that snack today. So part of what I'm going to do today is I'm recording the live. The live today is about Bible study. And originally I was going to record the video, but I stopped because I realized that there's so many things that can be asked. And I think that's what happened before. Like I recorded something being very, very general, and it really just, it was so general that it was kind of, I think maybe it wasn't helpful. So what I'm going to do is be able to take questions, and if I see that we're going down a particular lane, then I will take that content and re-record something just specific to those things. What I'm starting to realize though is that most people, like, you know, in general how to study. I mean, you may not feel like you're the best at it, but we generally know how to get something accomplished. I think the problem comes in with if the way that we're doing it is not helping us to reach the goals that we have. And that honestly is a different question. That's not how to study in general. That's how to study specifically. And so I'm hoping I remember that when I'm recording. So yeah, with that said, so that's what I'm doing. Looking at how my plan is set up. I can actually, let me turn you around so you can see a little bit of what I have going on here. So sorry that you're at an angle. What I have here is, this is my hybrid of my calendars. Everything from my Google Calendar to my calendar that's built into all of my devices. And over here is the program. And what I'm thinking about doing is like starting to have different monthly folders, and then having the different promotions that we run housed in them. I don't know. I'm still honestly thinking it out. And what I may end up doing is stopping at this level, going to my paper, and then I like kind of thinking it out by hand. And then once I do that, come back in here and set everything up. One of the reasons why this is so helpful is because once you have the different items inside, it can be viewed like a corkboard. And this is one of the reasons why I love this program. So, and we have so many we have promotions and different features and everything going on in August that I don't want to miss anything. So I'm kind of almost thinking that I should do this for all of mine, and maybe even and then put everything by brand like that. I think I might. Because if I did that, then it can look like this. You know what? Okay. By golly, I think we got it. So yes, so that's what I'm working on. I'm going to keep playing around with this for a little bit because I do have to get ready for the live. Another option that I was playing with was Trello, but I feel like Trello is, once you get to the point where you actually have your idea in place and then you just move it along across. I just really wish it had a real calendar view. And see, here's another one. And this is just not a real calendar view. This will be great, like once you have all your ideas and you have your different blogging topics and the things that you need to do, and then you just move it across. I do like the idea of that. But yeah, and then being able to update it as you complete each step. So this is not an all is lost moment, but it's just not fully helpful. That's what we have going on. I am about to go ahead. I have maybe 5 more minutes before I need to start setting up for the live. And so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to stop looking at me here and look at you here. Hey. So that's what I'm doing. And oh, there's one more leg of this. One of the things that I have been doing, which I shared before, and I'm saying this is because we're talking about organization, is looking at some of my old planners and using some of the extra space there to plan. And let me grab it. And it's probably what I'll use. I've just been taking this old plan. This was from 2000. Let me see. 2017. And what I've been doing is going through and finding where I have free space, like where I did not use a certain space, like here, for example. And then I just use it to brainstorm. I just add the date, and I need to just probably just add some new, like I normally just write the date on there and then write what I'm writing about or brainstorming. So that's probably what I'm going to use today, because I've already paid for this, you know what I mean? And then once I kind of work up the true plan, I start like writing it out, and then I may have print ups like this that I create to keep me on track, and then I transfer all of that into my digital thing so that it can be replicated. At this step, the biggest, yeah, because we are talking studio, right? At this stage, it's more so of seeing what do I need, and then identifying what tools do I need to make it happen. And I'll show you one more thing. Hold on, let me bring it up. I'll show you. Oh, and this is one of the things that I do a lot on the weekends. Well, not both, on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is usually for studying, and then on Sundays, I use Sundays for planning and preparing for the next week. So let me just show you the steps, kind of. And you can either, I have it created as an official, let me show you. I keep just swirling you around. Let's see, there you go. And so what I have here is I go through all of these questions and I fill them out. With this, I actually fill this out on my iPad, or I can print it, and then I brainstorm all the different steps that I need to do by filling in this, and this helps me to create the system. And that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm switching from the system that I had for the first half of the year to a new format, and I use this template that I created to help me brainstorm and strategize through it so that I can then have something that's workable. So that's what I'm about to do. Well, not about to do it now because we're talking, but that's what I'll be working on today after the live, so that I can get this blogging situation ironed out. And then I'll have a great basis for inputting the ideas and start actually working on the ideas. Good Monday afternoon. Here is what I'm working with. It's been a busy day, just getting the week started, and I pulled out my current status on the, I think it's Starstruck. It's one of the star things. I can't think of it right now. And I had to figure out where I left off, and so I need to add the border. And so I'm cutting it right here. I just cut these, I'm using this ruler to, I'm sorry, it's so blurry. There we go. Using this ruler. Wait, I'm trying to see if it'll get a better focus. Let's see if that'll help it. Nope, it's not. I may have to put it in the thing. There it goes. Oh, there we go. So that's what I'm about to do now, and get this border all done. I'm really loving this quilting like map fabric, and once I figured out where I left off, now I can dive back in and get it going again. Good Wednesday morning. I feel like I'm officially back in the groove of vlogging, even though I probably don't have a whole lot of footage from this week. I did a lot of recording over the weekend on big projects, and so that's going to be coming in the pipeline. There we go. And so this week has been so crazy because the training that I'm in, they sent us out like an update letter over the weekend, and in there they increased our prerequisites, which is nuts. And it means that it kind of upended my whole study plan. And so what I had to do was kind of rethink and reconfigure what I wanted to do, and that's what I've been doing. So you may have seen footage of me kind of taking this apart and removing my bullet journal. And I started by listing out all the modules and all of the assignments and books that I need to read before training, which is the second or third week of September. And so that's where I am right now. But with that came the whole thing of what I have going on, what other deadlines that I have, that this training is the utmost priority, because it's kind of just signaling a really big shift as far as bringing on more of those clients, more editing clients. And so yeah, it's just kind of not threw things off, but I think what it is doing is helping me to refocus my priority. And so that has been interesting. So I sat down and wrote all of them out yesterday, and it's like 4 pages of stuff. Then what I did is kind of took my other planner, the one that I never really fully got into for different reasons, which with all the fire they have been under is very interesting. But I took all of the deadlines that I already had and put them on Post-it notes and put them on the months so that I could move them around. So essentially kind of on this probably first or second stage of reorganizing my schedule. And what it did is it helped me to kind of also solidify how I want to do my planning from this moment forward. One of the things that I was very, very curious about is sometimes, because I like watching planning videos because I am a planner. I do it electronically. I have my bullet journal. Like, I have the different methods, but all of it is because I like planning. And you guys ask me over and over and over again, like, how do you get it all done? And it's not that I get everything done. Like, things don't always all get done. That's just life. But it's because I plan. I also talk over my daily plans, my daily goals and everything with my husband every morning when we go out for our morning walk. And so that just solidifies what I have going on for the day. And I, again, was watching some of these planning videos and I was just so fascinated by, like, how can someone have 50 planners? I'm exaggerating, but it's just to make my point. You know, how do you have 3, 4, 5, 8 planners? And now it's starting to make sense. It's starting to make sense because what I'm finding is, because I take all of my projects and I lump them into what I call buckets. And I have right now, and I say 4 key buckets, and each of them progress at their own pacing and their own time. For example, one of my buckets, which is one of the big projects that I'll probably be talking about really soon, because I'm really approaching the start line, and that is on my upcoming Bible study stuff that I want to do for myself. And it's something that I've been prepping for technically pretty much almost all year, just refining it, still reading and studying, but there's something like a bigger picture that I really have for myself. And so I've been slowly preparing for that, and I'll talk to you guys about that soon. But the point of it is, that's a bucket, but it's moving super slow. So therefore, on a week-to-week basis, I may not touch that thing. And what happens when I have everything on one plan, because I don't touch it this week, sometimes it can that can make it fall through the cracks, or I can forget a little thing, or I don't touch it enough. And so it really has me thinking. So this morning, I'm a few minutes off. Well, I have about an hour before my writing meetings. My daily writing meeting starts at 10 o'clock my time. And what I'm doing now is doing some research. I've decided that I am going to try multiple planners. For a second, I considered if just doing like the traveler's notebooks like this would be enough. And I feel like for some of my projects, yes, but for the other ones, because particular dates are important, what I do in a given week is important, that won't necessarily work. What I'm thinking about doing when I research is look into either undated planners, or look into dated planners that I could maybe find on sale and that I can rejudge up for my purposes, because I have different documents and stuff that I complete with, like, in-house between my husband and I, like, that I work through when I'm planning, that I can print those up and put them together. And the question can also come down to, do I want to do it electronically, or do I want to do it analog or written? And for some of these, I feel like I want to do written because it won't be housed in one planner per se, in the digital planner, because it's going to span over years. So it's just, y'all, I'm working it out. But I'm saying all of this to you, one, because I'm blogging. What's up? Look, we were watching Norbit the other night, and I feel like, how you doing? I really don't care for that movie, but my husband thinks it's so funny, and there's just some parts that always get me. So anyways, I'm going to do research on that because that's something that I want to move on, because a lot of my plans, like this, my editor's training, the fact that my Bible studying project is about to come up, like all these different things that are moving, and I want to start, like get everything kind of planted, if that makes, yeah, get it planted and in place. With that said, that's what I'm about to do. So I was looking at different planners. I'm on the fence about the whole Erin Condren thing, just because of different stuff that's gone on during this time, but partly because of that, but the other part because looking at the actual style of planner that I want, and I am thinking about going with the Happy Planner, but mainly because of this. I'll actually show you. So this is like an Erin Condren, an old Erin Condren, and one of the ones that I told you guys that I write in to fill up the extra pages, but it's a coil bound. But I also have what I put a lot of my, like when I make my business notebooks and my like this is my writing Bible, and for fiction, and I use the discs for this. And I realized that with Happy Planners, they have discs. And what I was considering was that, oh, I could just print up my my own in-house sheets and then just put them on disc. So that's what I first thought. But when I went on and I looked at the cost of the disc on their own, and to get an actual planner through Happy Planner is not much more if you get one that's on sale, being that I'm going to doctor it up anyway. And what I would get is I'd get all the other stuff too. I'd get the discs, I would get the dividers, I will have the cover, all that stuff, and then everything else I can kind of repurpose for what I need. So essentially I'm buying a whole planner intact to take apart and reuse the pieces, and which I'm totally fine with, especially if it saves me money. That's if they have ones on sale, because I don't mind changing it up. Main thing is I need the disc. I'll need the larger disc so that I can hold more sheets of paper. I want the dividers, because even if it's for 12 months, then that means I would have 12 dividers of that size that I could use potentially. And then also I could use the existing structure as my basis and grow from there. And then next year, instead of buying a whole new planner, or when it's time, I could just insert my own sheets. So with that said, I'm about to get into this. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, or concerns about the planning, and if you have any suggestions for me or your go-to planners for the analog version. But if you are a digital planner, if there's a certain planner that you like, the digital planner that I have, I actually really like. I know probably by the end of the year I'll be changing into my own, because I've made so many changes in the actual structure of it I don't like anymore, but I needed to have it to know what I like and I don't like, so it served its purpose and it was an affordable option, and it can be used, well, I guess kind of could be used again because it's dated. It sort of not, but whatevs. With that said, I'm about to get to work, y'all. So look, I talked to you guys, recorded my clip, turned the camera off, put the camera up because I don't leave it up, which I probably should, but we're not even going to get into that. And so then I went to the Happy Planner website where I am now and started just looking at their planners. And I really, let's see if I can I went to the sales tab, y'all. You should see how I'm doing this. I'm holding it with one hand, clicking with another. I went to the sales tab, and I'm starting there because I know that eventually what I'm going to do is potentially switch it out to turn it into something a little more customized. But the great thing about the Happy Planners I'm noticing is that they have the dividers, like each of the dividers you can see pictures of the different designs, and that's important because I want it to look nice. I'm hoping that all I have to do is change out like the little date portion, but that I'll enjoy the divider. And then I always start with the stuff that's on sale. So this, instead of being $33, it's $26, which is not a huge savings, but it's still pretty good. And it's an 18-month planner. But with that said, I was in here and then I found one that is so me. Let me show you. I laughed through all the pictures, and this is definitely gonna be one I get. It says that awkward moment when you're not sure if you have free time or you're just forgetting something. Oh, so anyways, that's definitely what I'm gonna get. But I had to stop and show you guys that because I thought it was hilarious. And then if I like the dividers, then I look at the structure, and I personally really love the I think it's considered the horizontal structure of planners. If it's so that I can take notes. I don't always in different areas have actual appointments, so this would be a good structure for like my faith planner or for my Bible study project that I have coming up. If I wanted to, the good thing about them is they have actual faith planners. But yeah, so this is one also that I'm gonna put in my, so all of these dividers had me cracking up. So I'm like, I'm gonna have such a good time with this planner. So it is still Thursday, and I'm coming back because I had an amazing and very productive day. Right now I'm at my cutting table, so you guys normally don't come over here, but I wanted to show you something. This is one thing that I still have to do. I still have to draw lines on the back of my pieces when I'm getting ready to make half square triangles. And so that's what I'm working on. Let me grab my straight pins. So here are the fabrics I'm working with. And over here it's a little bit darker because the sun is going down. It's been a very full day. I'm taking a short break, and I'm a little bit over because I want to pin these so I can sit them at my sewing machine and then sew them, the half square triangles, on my next break. I have fallen in love with pinning. Nothing perfect, and I never would have thought that I would be the pinner. But being that I love to hit the gas on my sewing machine, I find that pinning makes me go even faster, even though it feels like you're slowing down in the beginning. So why was today super productive? Number one, because I did find the planners. I bought more than one. And because all of the ones, you guys are gonna see anyway, I bought 3, and 2 of the 3 were on sale. I worked on a lot. I had to get a lot of marketing stuff done today, plus writing, plus meetings, and it's, you know how when stuff starts moving, like you feel like it's moving, and I have like a huge release coming up, so I'm working with a new PR company, and it's been different this time, turning over the reins for a part of my promotions to a different company. But this year I told myself that I wanted to try something different. Mainly because there's other things that I enjoy doing. I like marketing, and I still have to do a lot of it. Like, I create everything, I have to direct everything, but it does help me to be in more than one place at a time. And I can do like what you're seeing right now, like my YouTube channel, and right now I'm about to sew, which I would do anyway, but it's with a lot less stress. So yeah, so I'm pinning this. I have 3 more pieces that I need to pin. So while I finish up this pinning, I will let you all know that as soon as I finish doing this, I will be recording the video for I need more pens. For the Zoom Bible study, I had to just look through everything and ensure that the things that I kind of wanted to do and we talked about on the live would work, and they will. So that means I'll be able to have the information for the Bible. Also, I'm going to offer another option. You're going to hear my husband talking a little bit there in Bible study. But another option part of this is I'm just honestly super pumped because I've been looking at Ephesians for a while, but our church Bible study started just studying the armor of God, and it kind of was just pretty much focused, I believe, on Ephesians 6 verses. I wanted to study the entire book. So, yeah, I'm going to get that all done today and recorded and edited to go up this weekend. Actually, it should probably go up before this video will. So let me go because over here it is super dark. I just finished, I'm pinning the last set. I don't get crazy. Just anchor it so I can just zoom right on through. I will chain piece these and get it going. So I will see you all in the next clip. Good Saturday afternoon. Yeah, it's after 12. I just finished recording the update for my hair. So I got to get all these things put back in place and get to work. Already did Bible study for the day. And next up is working. I now have only one video, well, technically two, but one video left from the July requests that I'll be doing in this month. And honestly, I'll probably be able to record it tomorrow, which is going to be the makeup one. I'm going to do it as a get ready with me, which I told you guys about. So that's the last thing that I need to do for all the extra ones. But I have been so thankful that I put out the request for people to tell me what you guys want to see. And now I can decide like what I want to incorporate onto my channel so that there is a little bit of diversity if I really want to grow this channel. With that said, I'm out. Let me know in the comment section what you're working on while you're watching these videos. Were you one of the people who made a suggestion for the July content, and did it, if so, like, how did you like it? And if not, do you have any more suggestions for me to consider for my channel?
If I can't have you, I don't want you to have anyone. And if you don't want me, there's something wrong with them, right? Maybe I got problems that I don't tell anyone. Have I lost my perception? Feel like I wanna do something wrong now. Packing all your belongings. Say you wanna take some time, but if you say we'll meet again, why'd you have to take everything now?